everyone, welcome back to Get Ready with me, Louise. So today we're going to be playing with one of my favorite palettes. It's the Vixen Fleurs Luxe Quad Voyeuristic Vixen. And I kind of saved this one for closer to last because I love everything about this palette. It is almost my perfect palette. Again, if it had a lighter shade in here for a matte, perfect. But because I always have a bronzer on hand, it doesn't faze me. Now, I didn't use a bronzer in this particular look here. This is the look we're going to do. But all in all, this palette is a complete palette for me, especially with the bronzer. I have my outer corner shadow. Of course, the bronzer would be my crease shade. And then I have shades for my lid and then inner corner. Now, this palette, I don't know if it's still for sale. It does have a special shade, which is right here. Again, I get up and down with those shades because obviously she's known for her special shades, and they are amazing, amazing. But they are messy. There's no denying that. They are, and they can be very messy. And for a beginner, I don't know if that's something you really want to, dip your toe into. Now, once you've, got to go into it, I think you would come to really enjoy these shades, especially for certain occasions or outings, or if you just really want to look bam, if you really want your eye look just to go that extra mile, So let's go ahead and start. What do we want to start with? Okay, let's start with, let's start with the eyes, obviously, because that's what we're doing. I'm sitting here thinking, what am I doing? But I already know. So the first shade I'm going to go into is the only matte in the palette, which is right here. And I believe that it is called After Dusk. What can I say? I don't really know how to read these things, okay? And I'm going in with my M456. And I'm barely touching that palette. And I'm actually going to knock it off because let me tell you, this shade packs a punch. So I'm going to start it right there. Just start, creating my crease transition shade all in one. Okay. I will say I am using my Morphe brushes again. And I was actually going to use my Refer brushes with this because if I'm actually doing my makeup, in all honesty, I'm using my Refer brushes, But I realize how expensive these palettes are, so I want to try to use brushes that are more affordable, in a sense, to kind of offset the price of the palette, I suppose. But anyway, what I was going to say was my Refer brushes, I don't feel like I have to blend as long using them like I do with this particular brush. Like, I adore this palette. I've used this palette probably more than, as far as the other 4 pans, more than any of them. I don't know if it's my most used, though, to be honest. Out of, like, all of our palettes, though. And it's very, like all of our palettes, it's in the black casing, so it definitely feels very luxurious. And it gives you kind of, a way about it. I'm not gonna lie. Makes you feel kind of, like, fancy. But it also sturdy to where, like, if I do travel, like, if I go somewhere, I don't ever go anywhere by plane, but, by car or something, I'll pack it in my makeup bag, and I know that it's, secure. Where, I'm not saying the mother palettes are not like that, because they are, but I'm not going to risk them. For the most part. Okay. I feel like I got that blended out pretty good. Now we're going to just start to darken up the outer corner here. And I'm just lightly touching it, like patting it where I want it. And like I said, it does take time to blend. And like I said, just take your time doing it. Don't rush it. Just, no matter how long it takes, just go back and forth, back and forth. I know that these videos are forever long, partly because of I don't cut anything. And I just ramble. Okay, so I'm going to take that same shade on my lower lash line. This is the Morphe M431. And we're going to run it right on the lash line, as close to the lash line as I can get it. I'm going to try to put it. And then blend it out. I'm going to dip back in just a little bit. Like, I am barely putting it in there. Because this shade can really, I mean, it'll go as dark as you want it to go. You can build it up very dark. But I like it because you can start out light, you know? If you just use a very little bit of it. Sometimes I forget that with the Mcgrath, that, you know, it's best to build it. And I just go in ham, not thinking. And again, take your time on blending. And trust me, I'm very impatient when it comes to blending. Like, I love to just go in and be done, you know? And sometimes you gotta work at it. Especially if you're a beginner. But again, I don't believe I have to work that hard when using the referral brushes. It seemed like I could do this look much quicker. Now, whether that's the case or not, I do not, you know that as fact. I just really, truly believe that that is the case, though. Alright, and I'm going to go back in on the top. Because I think I might have it darker on the other side than I do this side still. So I'm just going to build up that color. Again, just trying to make both eyes the same, which isn't easy. It's not easy. A, because my eyes are just completely different. And yours probably is too, so don't beat yourself up, but also if it's not coming out exactly the same, you know. It's just makeup, have fun with it. That's all you gotta do, is just have fun. Okay. Then I'm gonna take the shade Twilight Bronze, which is the shade right beside the matte right here. And I'm gonna pat that all over my lid. And I'm not gonna lay anything down, so I did not get any fallout with this shade, but you could. But if I do, it's, you know, my fault because I don't have anything laid down. It went across my lid really easily on the other eye. Had no issues. This is a M124 by Morphe. I'll pick up a little bit more. But again, pick up a little at a time. And I don't think you'll have any issues either. And I'm just putting it on my lid. And I didn't wet it. If I did, it would definitely be a more metallic look, for sure. And I could have laid down her artistry one. I didn't because I plan on doing something else, but I could have, and it also would have made that pop. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the shade above that, which would be Moonlight Liaison. Wow, I can't even talk today. And I'm not wetting that shade, but we're going to pop it right in the inner corner here. Like that. I'm going to drop my mirror here. Alright, so far so good. No fallout from what I see. I don't have any of that in my lash now. Alright, so far so good with what we're using right now. However, you know I gotta use the special shade, right? We know this. We could definitely leave this look as is. Put on some mascara and we could be done. We know this. Alright, I'm going to actually put the Pillow Talk eyeliner by Charlotte Tilbury on my waterline bottom and upper. I really don't know why I chose this liner. It seemed right. Whether it was or wasn't, I do not know, but it just at the time seemed right. It kind of makes it a more darker look. But I also kind of like it. It kind of makes it more vampy. Okay. So now that I got that in the waterline, upper and lower, I'm now going to go into the special shade, which is called Rose Fire Nectar. And what I did was this. Again, I could have put the artistry wand over top of what I have and laid it down. But that artistry wand is good if you're just going to use it for your lid. if you're going to use that and try to blend, I have issues. So that could be a me thing. Could be. But I didn't want to take that chance. You know what I mean? So I just grabbed an Eco Tools brush. It's called Accent Shadow. I'm using my Morphe spray. I'm going to spray it pretty good. And then I'm going to go in and pick up that shade. And like I said, this is a messy shade, is what it is. And then I'm just going to pat it like right in the middle of my eye. Like right in here. And what I could have done was just put this shade technically towards the back of my eye to make it like a darker shade, but I kind of just popped it in the middle and then I actually did a reverse halo, I think, because this is darker. And then I have the two light, like it's lighter here and lighter there. But can you really see that? No, you can't really tell that, but it just looks more shinier with a little bit more pink, where the other shade was more like a taupey. But regardless, that is such a pretty color, nonetheless. No matter how you use it, you're not going to regret using it. Now, like I said, that could be messy. Using the Morphe spray to keep it, like I contained it right there, right? So, like it's not falling down my face. However, the Morphe spray is not going to last long. The Artistry wand lasts forever, okay? I've not had an issue using that. It will definitely get you through 8 hours. I've actually had it last 10 hours. Okay, holding on one of our special shades. The Morphe spray may hold 4 to 5 hours. If I'm lucky. If I'm not, like, messing with my eyes, rubbing my eyes, you know, that sort of stuff, touching it, it will last approximately that long before I start to see it just like, but at some point you're most likely going to see it down your face, you know what I mean? Her special shades, I feel like, are, like if you've already done your makeup, I'm using the It Cosmetics for my top lashes. If you've already done your makeup for the day, right, but you're going to go out that evening, I feel like her special shades are to pop over top to kind of give you a refresh and some glam. You know what I mean? That's how I see them. I'm sure that's not how everybody sees them, but that's just me. Because I know they're not going to last long. But it just depends on how long you need to look to last, you know? But again, if you use the Artistry wand, then it could last for a while. Or maybe even a glitter glue, it would last longer. But you can make this palette a Bam in your face palette, or it can just be a very soft, you can make it a soft looking palette also. But me personally, it's like if you got her palettes, you want them to be bam in your face, you know? I would think, anyway. But like I said, this is one of my favorite palettes by her. I adore it. And it kind of even looks basic other than the special shade in there. But even for basic, it's pretty damn good, let me tell you. It makes a basic palette look pretty damn good looking at it. For lower lash line, I'm going to use my MAC Cosmetics. I'm just going to put that on my lower lash line here. But, you know, I will say that the Pat McGrath line makes a lot of things look good, regardless of what it is. I mean, her blushes, her original blushes, and the pattern, to her newer blushes with the pattern plus the 2 different colors, to her highlighters, whether it be the packaging or the embossing on them. She has a way of making everything look so much better, no matter what it is. You know what I mean? Okay, I think I got it pretty good. Now, like I said, I do see a little bit of fallout from that special shade already. I'll brush it away. So there's a couple things you can do. Obviously, do your eyes first. That could be your first step. Powder, you know, like the baking step or whatnot. Now, I can't do that because I'm too old and that would just be so cakey, not funny. But, I mean, there's ways to work around it. You know what I mean? You just have to figure it out, you know? It's the type you just got to play with. And then this is her lip gloss. A little bit of that right in the middle. And I find that funny because, let me see this. Oh, this is Dare to Bear. Okay. I thought I actually had the lip gloss Pale Nectar. Was it Nectar Fire? She has a lip gloss called something like that. I have it up there somewhere. I have so many, it's not funny. But anyway, it's up there somewhere. But I think that's it, y'all. That was my lip gloss. Oh, lip liner is the Lorac CEO. And then for lipstick, I put a little bit of Natasha Denona Lotus. And then popped that lip gloss one, the Pat McGrath. So that is all I got for you today. I believe we now have 3 more, 4 pan palettes left, I believe, is what I have. So we're getting down. But I do have the 6 pan of Pat McGrath getting ready to come in 2 days, I think. Pretty sure it said it's 2 days away. So I should be able to film the rest of them. No, I'll be able to film 2 more and then that, and then unless I take time off, which I don't think I am. I don't think we're doing anything quite yet. I am coming up on some time off. We're going to do something with the kids, so I don't know what. But I won't even, be here, so I can't. I'd say I could do my makeup, but I won't even be here, so. and do my makeup while we travel. I really don't do. I'm the type that either I do all or I do nothing. How about you? If you do your makeup, do you do it all? Or do you just do enough to get by? Or do you just not do anything? Just curious. I mean, I know I'm weird. I have to match everything because in my head, you know. But, you know, just curious on where you all stand. But this is the palette we use today. So, the Venus and Fleurs Luxe Quad Voyeuristic Vixen. Why is it so hard? That's the other thing. If I made a palette, I'm telling you, first off, if I had a brand, it'd be an easy name. Fine, Pat Mcgrath. Her name, that works for me. But I would name stuff so easy to make it easier for other people to go, yeah, I'm wearing this and this color. And you know what I mean? I really sometimes really like it when people make it simple. Like, I know a lot of people gave, like, Norvina a lot of crap for not naming those shades. I like it. A1, A2, A3, B1. I love it. I think it's great. Like, that is so great. Or even the Natasha Denona, what was that one? The Glam, where it said, like, inner corner highlight. You know what I mean? Like, crease color. Perfect. Like, it doesn't get much better than that, you know? But anyway, I'll stop rambling. That's all I got for you today. And I'll see you tomorrow in another 4-pan palette video. Finishing up the Pat Mcgrath series, y'all. What should I do next? See, I really want to lean for Natasha. But I have a lot of palettes from Viseart I haven't even touched yet. And I think I may want to do that one, but I don't know. And then rank them. I don't know, though. Let me know. I'll see you in the next one. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Bye.